We unpacked so much last week. Walt Disney, Conrad, Hilton, and motivation. An interesting hodgepodge, to say the least. And if you didn't have a chance to catch it, go listen to episode 160 when we're done here. Hopefully, it will get you motivated to check some of those items off of your to-do list over the next 5 months. So, we're motivated, we have our list, and now we need to take action and implement. But how? Well, that's where visualization and, believe it or not, meditation come into play. Curious to hear more? Fantastic. Go grab your cup of tea, your Dream Your Dreams, Plan Your Life workbook from my Etsy boutique. Remember to use your podcast 15 coupon, and let's jump right into visualizing and meditating our way to realizing our dreams, our goals, and finishing the year strong. Do you find yourself struggling with constant anxiety, stress, or burnout? Maybe you're navigating through overwhelming waves of sadness or darkness. Has someone allowed you to believe that you're unworthy? Well then, we're here to debunk those beliefs and help you to overcome them. Hello, my friend, and welcome to the Radiance from Within podcast, guiding Christian women to build their confidence and self-worth. My name is Heidi, and I'm so excited to have you here. We'll work together to help you overcome negative beliefs by incorporating prayer, devotionals, and journaling into your daily routine. Additionally, we'll explore the power of words and how they can impact your mindset and well-being. Because when you unleash your inner peace, you will find the desire and strength to spread kindness and compassion. Join me each week and unlock your radiance from within. Discover your power and strength and embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Hello, beautiful. Last week we talked about motivation, and we met two men who refused to let bankruptcy be the end of their story. Walt Disney, Conrad, Hilton, two dreamers who kept going regardless of their roadblocks and setbacks. And we were reminded that these plans, these dreams, these goals will come on God's terms, not ours. So today, let's build on that. Because here's what I've learned the hard way. Motivation gets you moving, but visualization and meditation, those are what keep you anchored to the dream while you're waiting for it to arrive. So let's start with visualization. That's your anchor. And I know we've talked about it before, but I want to come at it from another angle. Because this practice, this technique, goes well beyond your typical vision boards. Here's the thing a lot of people get wrong. They think visualization has to be this elaborate, time-consuming ritual and that it needs to be perfect. Who's perfect? Certainly not me. So let me walk you through how easy this practice can actually be. Start by being relaxed. Anytime you're jittery or anxious, you're not going to get things done effectively. And that goes for visualization too. So before anything else, take a few deep breaths and settle in. If your mind is still racing, picture your most favorite vacation spot, a beach, camping, or maybe skiing. Well, wait, that sounds a little too invigorating. We're trying to relax here. Stay rooted in reality, as if it's already true. Visualization doesn't mean you picture yourself floating around on a cloud surrounded by everything you've ever wanted. No, we're keeping it grounded here. If you're visualizing a goal around your work, picture your actual workspace, the real people in your life, the actual steps you need to take. But beyond that, picture that goal as if it's already happened, already true. Your mind doesn't know the difference. This is not fantasy. In fact, turning it into a fantasy will actually make it harder, not easier to believe. Next, focus on the journey, not just the destination. Most practices put all the concentration on the end goal. And of course, while that's wonderful, it can also make it feel so far away, and that will lose its power. So instead of only picturing the finish line, spend time on the journey. What are you doing right now to get there? What's the very next step? The dream is the destination, but the journey is where the motivation continues to live. Use all of your senses. And this is probably the most important one. Don't just see the picture of your dream in your mind's eye. You must feel it, hear it. What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it feel like in your body when that dream, that goal is actually real, when it has actually come true? What are you wearing? Who is around you celebrating that success when it becomes a reality? The more complete the picture, the faster it takes root in your mind. Remember, your mind doesn't know the difference between now and when it becomes true. And here's a real good tip, and it will help you become less stressed about this whole practice as well. Set a timer. Don't let yourself spiral past 30 minutes as this becomes part of your routine. You might find you only need 10 or 15 minutes, and that's perfect. Dare to visualize a world in which your most treasured dreams have become true. I love that quote from Ralph Martson so much. Dare to visualize it as if it's already true, because if you can't see it, how will you recognize it when it arrives? All right, now let's talk about meditation. I know, you've probably just tensed up a little bit. Maybe you've tried it and your mind wandered the whole time. That happens to me all the time. I start thinking about my to-do list, my dirty dishes, my laundry. Maybe it just feels like one more thing you're supposed to be doing correctly and you aren't. So let me share what meditation actually is, at least for me anyway. First of all, meditation, according to the dictionary, is a discourse intended to guide you into contemplation. But here's my definition. Meditation is a tool for finding your inner peace, your calm, and your joy. That's it. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can meditate on a quiet walk in nature, sitting on the beach, listening to the waves crash, on a park with the warm sunshine on your face and a breeze blowing through your hair. Anywhere you can let your mind connect with your breath, that's meditation. Where and how do we begin? Simple tools. That's where I start. Set a timer for a mere 5 minutes. Put on some sweet sounds of nature. Sit and listen to your breath, the sounds of the room, the world outside. If your mind wanders, and it will wander, as I said, that's completely normal. Don't get frustrated. Just gently bring it back. You can even imagine placing that wandering thought on a cloud and letting it float away, or on a leaf and let it float down a river. There are also apps you can download, some free, some paid. Yoga studios often have restorative classes that are deeply meditative. I've used Gaia membership and the free version of Calm. Which method is right for you? At the end of the day, the one that works for you in this particular season. The one you can stick with, because meditation is good for you. I've tried them all, and none of them ever felt wrong. I just cycle through different ones the way nature cycles through her seasons. The key is finding the time of day that works for you. I meditate in the morning, otherwise it simply doesn't get done. I bet that sounds familiar. And here's what I want you to hear. Anything that's good for you takes a little work in the beginning. With meditation, that work is just the commitment to show up. The peace that follows is absolutely worth it. That peace is grounding, it's centering, and it goes well beyond goals and dreams. It's a centering that allows you to take into your day, to deal with stress, to deal with self-doubt. That's a whole nother conversation for us to unpack in another episode, but I just want to plant that seed. Deepak tells us meditation takes you beyond the mind's noisy chatter into the pure awareness that is the source of all your happiness, inspiration, and love. Beyond the noisy chatter. Yes, please. So here's what we've covered across these 2 beautiful episodes. Motivation gets you moving, even when the road ahead looks like loss after loss after loss. Visualization keeps you anchored to the dream while you're on that bumpy road, helping you see it, feel it, and believe it before it's real. And then meditation quiets all the noise so you can actually hear the still small voice. That's God. That's been guiding you all along. These 3 things work together. They're not separate practices. They're a rhythm. They're your heartbeat, a way of showing up for yourself and for the dream God placed inside you. Sounds simple, yes? Well, sometimes the beautiful things in life are simple, and that's why they're God's gifts. Okay, my sweet, let's close our eyes and settle in for our prayer. Deep breath in and out. Gracious God, you created me with dreams and a purpose. Help me to see what you see when you look at my life. Help me to quiet the noise, the doubt, the comparison, the fear, and to sit in the stillness where you are waiting for me. Teach me to visualize not just what I want, but what you have already planned, to meditate on your word, your promises, your goodness, even on the hard days, especially on the hard days. And when I can't see the path ahead clearly, remind me you already have a plan. You've already planted a seed, a dream for me, because you love me fiercely. I trust you with all my dreams, Lord, every single one. And we lift all of this up in Jesus' name. Amen. You can and you will finish this year strong. See it before you live it. God already does. And until we meet again, beautiful, I believe in you. Now it's your turn. Thank you for joining me on today's podcast. But before you go, a simple request. If this podcast has made a difference in your life, please leave a review where you listen and share this episode with someone who could use a little light today. Knowing my show has impacted your life brings me so much joy. Remember to explore my Etsy boutique to discover the workbook you need most this month. And until next time, my friend, ignite inspiration, spread hope, and dance with faith.